Hi, Tigers. Welcome to Thursday. So, today for our reading lesson, this is your goal. I will find the main idea and the supporting details of a section from Understanding Greek Myths. So, that is this book right here. So, as you can see on the left side, you will need paper, any sheet of paper, or if you have a notebook, pencil. You are going to be logging into Google Classroom, and then you're going to use this book, which I will show you how to get a copy of. So before you do anything, I hope you're watching this video first before you get started. And once you finish watching this video, that's going to give you all the details. You want to make sure you click onto your Google Classroom. So if you're in Miss Martinez's homeroom, you will click on this one, and it will take you there to the assignment on Google Classroom. So once you get to Google Classroom, you click on week 2, lesson part 1, whatever the assignment is on there. And before you do that, I'm going to go back really quick. Make sure that you read the directions. So it says watch the video, read or listen to the audio, complete both main idea charts, that's 2 of them, and read your work before you turn it in. So make sure that before you hit that turn in button, you read it again just to make sure that it is what you want to turn in, okay? So then it's going to take you to the assignment, My Digital Notebook Thursday. I kept getting some questions about, can I decorate it? You can if you have time and you want to spend your time doing that, but I would do that after I'm done with my work. Don't spend a bunch of time just adding pictures to your journal because that's really not the assignment. You can put your name on it. It's fine. You don't have to because it already has your name since you're using your Google Classroom account. Got it? So then here I am going on to my criteria for success. This is what I need to be successful on my assignment. So I'm going to read pages 4 through 9. That's this here. So I'm telling you exactly what pages you're going to be reading. And you can read it on the copy that I'm going to show you in just a minute, or you can listen to the audio, and I'm going to show you where to find it. So then, let me back up a little bit. Complete both charts, just like I told you before, and then turn it in. So we're going to find the main idea. If we can think back a couple of months maybe now, main idea is what the text is mostly about, right? What does the author want you to remember from this section? Today, I'm going to give you the main idea, and your job is going to be to find details that support or prove or give more information about your idea. Oops, sorry, that was my dog. All right, so then moving on, these are the 2 different ways that you can get to the text. So the first one is the book. So you're saying, okay, Ms. Martinez, I'm going to read it by myself. And you click on it, you open it up. I tried it with a lot of different students and they were able to get to the book. If you cannot, for whatever reason, please see me during office hours. So if you remember, you had to read pages 4 through 9. You should have already read the introduction. And these are the pages. You can zoom in and you can see page 4, page 5. You can zoom in even more so that you can see the words better. That's page 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's not a lot of reading. So those are the pages that you would be reading. If you're like, okay, I got to listen to this, I cannot read it right now just by myself, you would click here where it says audio. But hold on. See this message in red? I put it in red so that you guys can pay attention to it. It says start the video on 12:43 and stop the video at 19:50. Listen, you can watch the whole video if you want, but I'm telling you what section tells you or reads the story to you. So that's the one that you want to focus on. So you would click on the video. Watch me. Watch me. Hope you're watching. You go to the video, and then it said 12:43. So I'm going to go back. And I mean, I did 12:46. That's fine. I'm going to back up a little bit. And then here it comes. This is where you're going to start listening. That's where she starts reading the book for you, all of the pages. Okay. So then you listen to it and you fill it out. Thumbs up. I hope you're giving me a thumbs up right now. Okay. So I'm getting ready to read. I'm deciding I want to do the book. I want to listen to the audio. Before I do that, something that I taught you guys, you always want to preview, what am I looking for? Because then you're going to read. And then after you're done reading, you're like, okay, and now what? What am I doing? So the first thing you want to do is preview. What am I looking for? This is what you're looking for. The main idea, what I'm telling you the author wanted you to remember, what it was mostly about, is here. Myths are stories with special characteristics. Characteristics are qualities about a thing, a person, or a place. You describe it, right? So what are some things that describe, remember our movement, describe a myth or stories, right? That are, excuse me, that are myths. So I read the story, or I read the text, and as I was reading, look, Miss Martinez loves you guys. At the top, I gave you what page numbers you're going to look at for this particular main idea. So page 4 and 5. I'm not going to tell you exactly where. That's your job. That's where you got to read. So I read, and as I was reading, I'm like, okay, what are some special qualities about myths, right? Some special characteristics. So as I was reading, here's how I read. What are myths? That's the title. People have always tried to figure out why the world is the way it is. In ancient Greece, people looked for answers as to why Earth had hills and valleys, where different animals came from, and how humans should behave. To explain these things, they told many myths. A myth is a narrative or a story that often includes great heroes, supernatural beings, gods and goddesses, and monsters. Ooh, that's a quality. That's a special characteristic about myths. They usually include supernatural beings, special powers, or gods or goddesses, and even monsters. So look at my detail. Myths can be described, because that's what we're doing, we're describing myths, as stories with supernatural beings or gods, goddesses, and monsters. That is my detail that gives me more information about my main idea, what it was mostly about. I gave you one. Your job is to find 2 more details to prove the main idea that I gave you right at the top. Once you're done with that, you're going to keep reading, because you're supposed to read pages 4 to 9. And here's the other main idea. There are 2 main types of myths. There are 2 main types of myths. So you're going to give me more details. You're going to give me more information about that main idea, right? You're going to support, prove that there are 2 main types of myths. I give you the page numbers there too. See if you see them. And then you're done. You reread it. You make sure it's done. And then you turn it in. Excuse me, guys. Now, I created this for myself just so I can take notes, because you might be listening to the audio and you're like, oh, where do I write it? Do I go back to Google Classroom? Do I do it here? I decided I wanted to take notes for myself. If you're reading the book, you're going to have 2 screens going, right? You're going to have the story, but then you have to go back to Google Classroom to type it. So the best thing you can do is just write it on a piece of paper, scratch paper, write the main idea at the top, and then as you're reading, you can write your details, come back, get out of the audio or the book, and then come back to Google Classroom and start typing it. Does that make sense? So no, this you're not going to turn in. This is just going to be used so that you can take notes as you are reading, so that you don't have to go back and forth. Then when you're done reading, you have your notes, you have your details, you start typing them up, submit it, you can toss this away. Got it? Miss you guys so much. I wish I could do this in front of you guys. This is the best way right now. If you got any questions, see me during office hours. 10 o'clock. Try your best. Miss you guys. Bye bye.